What's up, guys? It's Teacher Jacob. I'm here to do the Daily Affirmation with you guys, and I hope you guys are here following along with me. We're going to do it in 1, 2, 3. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. I hope you guys are following along with me. I can't wait to see you guys in class, and I hope you guys are doing all your stuff online. What's up, guys? It's Teacher Jacob here. Let me close that door real quick. And I'm here with another book reading. So just like last time, make sure you guys have a piece of paper, some colored pencils or something, and it's a free draw, but you kind of want to draw something that you hear or you're listening to while I'm talking to you guys, while I'm reading the book. Like, obviously, the last picture that we had, there was a green eggs and ham and an Easter bunny, and that kind of sums up the two books that we were reading about. So try to draw that, and I'll show you a couple drawings that my students had done during a different read aloud. And if you guys have any that you guys want to send in, any pictures, send them to the email that's right above. And then tomorrow I can put them up and show people if you are reading. But yeah, anyways, the first book we're going to be reading is The Grasshopper Pie. Probably do some of the other poems too. I chose this book because I remember it was one of my favorite books because there's a recipe on the back and I loved cooking. And the Grasshopper Pie is a pretty good recipe. It's like a mint Oreo pie. But yeah, Grasshopper Pie and other poems. Grasshopper Pie. I'm Grandma's favorite helper. You should have seen her eyes when I brought 6 grasshoppers to make grasshopper pies. I knew she'd want a closer look. I opened up the lid. I think those hoppers got confused. They all hopped out and hid. One jumped in the pantry and one jumped in the sink. One jumped into Grandma's cup and tried to take a drink. One went for the chocolate cake. Another found the bread. Another one liked Grandma. He jumped right on her head. Grandma sure loves grasshoppers, as I could plainly tell. While she got so excited, she gasped and nearly fell. I climbed across the counters and scaled the pantry wall. I hopped and jumped around the room till I had caught them all. And that's when Grandma told me, and my grandma never lies, there really are no grasshoppers inside grasshopper pies. I stood in shock and disbelief. The grasshoppers just sighed. Then Grandma told my grasshoppers to go and play outside. Then she took a pie crust, scooped in some mint ice cream, and made the best grasshopper pie, with me on Grandma's team. I'm Grandma's favorite helper. Next day I came to bake. I brought a bag of marbles to make a marble cake. So that was the first one, Grasshopper Pie, and this is the second one. The Legend of Billy Ray Brown. This is the story of Billy Ray Brown, who legend is told was born upside down. Instead of a head where one usually goes, the doctor was greeted by 10 wiggling toes. When Billy Ray Brown learned to sit in a chair, he sat on his nose with his legs in the air. And he ate just like that from the day he could eat. He became quite a pro using spoons with his feet. When he learned how to stand, Billy stood on his head, and he slept with his toes on the pillow instead. At school, all the children would watch him with awe whenever young Billy would sit down to draw. He wiggled his rear, holding crayons with his knees, drawing upside down pictures of houses and trees. Soon, Billy was winning the school talent shows by plucking the banjo with only his toes. When he played Little League, his paw sat in the stands, shouting, "Run, Billy Ray, that's using your hands." That boy was the pride of his father and mother, but fan number 1 was his own little brother. Wherever he'd go, Jimmy Joe would go too. and whatever he did, Jimmy Joe tried too. But one night he heard Jimmy crying in bed. "Why am I so different?" his young brother said. "You see, little Jimmy Joe walked with his feet, and when he sat down, put his tush on the seat. That's what makes you you," said Billy Ray Brown, but his upside-up brother was feeling down. Billy flipped Jimmy over, seeing every frown is a bright shining smile just turned upside down. And to this very day, that's the cure for a frown. Just go stand on your head like Billy Ray Brown. Louisa sneezes. You'll never meet an elephant as lovely as Louise. She wears a very lovely trunk that curls down to her knees. And she's really quite polite. She says, "Thank you." She says, "Please," but she never covers up her trunk when she has to sneeze. Her mama says, "Remember," but Louise will just forget. So if her trunk begins to twitch, beware you might get wet. Her friends will all skedaddle when they hear a sniffle brewing. They hold their ears and scrunch their eyes each time she starts a-chewing. "Achoo!" her sneezes echo far across the grassy plains. "Achoo!" They twirl zebras' tails and tangle lions' manes. One day she met a chimpanzee out selling some bananas. Achoo! It rained banana peels for days through the savannas. At recess time while jumping rope, she couldn't squelch a sneeze. Achoo! Her friends all landed in some weeping wattle trees. And though she said "excuse me" as politely as she could, I'm told Louise must now stay late each day at school for good. So whenever your nose tickles, please remember what to do. Learn a lesson from Louise and cover up when you achoo. The Tickle Monster. Let's see. My mom was a tickle monster in my family. She would put her knees on my legs and tickle me to death, and I would cry. The Tickle Monster. One day my boring dad was snoring in his chair, but when I turned around, I found the Tickle Monster there. He chased me around the table, then I raced across the floor, but the Tickle Monster caught me just before I reached the door. With a tickle to the belly and a tickle to the neck and a tickle to the toes, I became a tickle wreck. I wiggled and I giggled, but I couldn't jiggle free. When I tried to call for help, it came out hee hee hee. Then the Tickle Monster finished with a final tickle laugh. I was tangled like a pretzel and folded up in half. When I sat back up again, the monster wasn't there, just my daddy with his feet up, snoozing in his chair. An alien in my soup. An alien landed in my chicken soup. While slurping my noodles, I heard a bloop. He was goopy and green and not too tall. His spaceship looked like a matzo ball. Matzo ball. I watched him as he bobbled past, frightening the rice with his laser blast. I heard some squash squeak, "Rescue me!" Someone call the cops, cried the celery. "Surrender," said the alien, "to my delicious crime. I'm taking your planet one bowl at a time." He sneered up at me, no ifs and or buts. Your world will be mine from soups to nuts. I realized right there it was all up to me. I had to rescue our whole galaxy. I realized right then it was all up to me. I had to rescue our whole galaxy. So I opened my mouth, gulped that big matzo ball, and ate up my soup, evil spaceman and all. Grasshopper Pie and other poems. So that was book 1. And this is book 2. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. So the reason I chose this book too is because someone and I were talking about it, and she had asked me if I had read this book, and I was like, of course I'd read it. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly by Kate Toms. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. Why, oh why, did she swallow a fly? Oh my, that little old lady was walking along, enjoying the sunshine and singing a song, when all of a sudden a fly flew south and ended up flying right in her mouth. That poor old lady, what a to do, imagine if that happened to you. Where am I? Says the fly. Oh, I'll change that after. The fly now buzzes and tickles her tummy. She didn't think it tasted so yummy. But suddenly she has an idea to make the naughty fly disappear. To catch the fly, she swallows a spider. So now she has them both inside her. Oh my, oh my. Down by the pond, she spots a frog, sitting still on a speckled log. Without even saying, "How do you do?" she picks up the frog and swallows him too. Feeling just a little queasy, certainly not so bright and breezy, she spots a heron on a nest. I wonder if you can guess the rest. How absurd to swallow a bird. How could she do that? We don't know how. But you won't believe what happens now. Oh my, oh my. Pretty kitty sits and purrs. From behind her something stirs. Before poor puss has time to flee, she's washed down with a cup of tea. Imagine that, to swallow a cat. Oh my, oh my. By this time, it's getting dark. Prince the dog plays in the park. But poor old Prince just does not see the old lady lurking by a big tree. Gulp. Poor Prince. The old lady's tummy is about to burst. She wished she thought more carefully first. She swallowed the dog to catch the cat. She swallowed the cat to catch the bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the frog. She swallowed the frog to catch the spider. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. If only that fly had just flown by. Oh my, oh my. There's the fly. There's the frog. There's the spider. There's the heron or the bird. The dog. And the cat. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. So yeah, there was an old lady that swallowed a fly by Kate Toms. So that's the two books that I read today. They were Grasshopper Pie and There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. One more time, I'm going to play my daily affirmation, and then I'm going to go to show you guys the pictures that my old students had drawn. What's up, guys? It's Teacher Jacob. I'm here to do the daily affirmation with you guys, and I hope you guys are here following along with me. We're going to do it in 1, 2, 3. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. I hope you guys are following along with me. I can't wait to see you guys in class, and I hope you guys are doing all your stuff online. Let me go back, send any pictures to the email right here, right there. Any pictures, and I'll post them next video. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later.